Well, I'm installing a Auto Rust Technician safety cap on the rear section of a Jeep Wrangler TJ. You can see that the old section here was rotted out on the bottom. Top of the frame's solid, pretty solid. There's just this one, maybe 30%, 25% on the bottom I cut out. This is a new kit I'm installing right now. Trying to make my final measurements. This is the old trailing arm mount that I cut out. See, it's starting to rot through inside. This is the lower trailing arm mount. This is the upper. This is the other upper trailing arm mount I cut off the frame. Basically, it went something like that when it was together. If you look underneath, you can see what was cut out under here. I pulled all my fuel lines, brake line, your fuel lines, brake line, pulled them out of the way with a bungee, just get them out of the way. And basically now I'm just doing my final measurements. This is the new kit. I rounded the edges out because they were square. I think having them rounded is a little stronger, and you have a little bit more room for welding. If the frame is solid, you don't need to cut up as high as they tell you to. They say you could go up to 2 inches on the frame. I went up maybe an inch, if that, the most. It's pretty solid. And then basically now I'm just fitting the safety cap over. I'll try to set my camera up. I don't know if it's going to work. Take a rubber mallet. Wind up here. That's pretty much in place now. Just got to be welded in. And now I got my lower trailing arm, and I'm a little off now, so you got to make your measurement from your lower trailing arm bolt hole to your front trailing arm. You can't really see it down there, it's kind of dark, but you go center to center, and basically the best way to do it is match the other side of the Jeep. These Jeeps are all off a little bit. Probably about, anywhere from up to 1/4 of an inch to, you could be an 1/8 inch, 1/4 of an inch off from side to side from the factory. So if you're going to replace one side, match it to the other side. If you're going to replace both sides, match them together to the same size. So you have the right dimensions, so you get square, the frame square. So I got to pull my axle forward about... probably have to pull my axle forward about 1 inch, maybe a little over that. I'll put a crank strap around the axle And then I'll put the crank strap around my skid plate for my transmission, pull it forward, and line up the lower one and make all my final measurements before I weld it in.